Hi Year 1, today for writing you're going to be writing a letter. You can either print out this sheet that you see on your screen now and write straight onto the dotted thirds on there, or you can write in your holiday learning book. If you run out of space in your holiday learning book, you can use any other journal or paper or book that you have at home or you get from Officeworks, or you can ask Mrs. Topman or get Mummy and Daddy to ask Mrs. Topman for a new book and I can put that in the office for you to come and collect. Okay, so we're writing a letter today about our holidays, a bit like a recount. We know that the purpose of a recount is to retell events from the past that happened to us. So in your letter today, you're going to write your letter to Mummy or Daddy, and you're going to thank them for some of the wonderful things that you did with them during the school holidays. So step 1, I want you to have a little think. What did you do in the school holidays? I would love to know. I know that in our Zoom today, we shared a picture or a photograph of our favourite thing we did in the school holidays. Perhaps that could be the thing that you write about today in your letter. So you're going to write a letter to Mummy and Daddy, or Mummy or Daddy, or Grandma or Grandpa, or whoever you spent your school holidays with, and thank them for something wonderful that you did together in the school holidays. Now, that's up to you what you choose to thank them for. Maybe if I was writing my letter, I would write to Mr. Topman because I spent most of / all of my school holidays with Mr. Topman. How do I start a letter? Do I start with, hi? No, that's more for like a face-to-face thing, isn't it? Do I start with bonjour? That's French. Do I start with in the beginning or once upon a time? Oh, that's a different text type? Oh, we're not writing a narrative today, we're writing a letter. There are different types of texts. There are lots of different text types, and we do not start this type of text with once upon a time. That belongs in a totally different text type, a narrative, a make-believe story. I start a letter. Can you hear my dog panting? He's getting lots of cuddles. He's right down there. I start a letter with the word dear. How do I spell dear? D-E-A-R, dear. Dear, and then whoever you're going to write your letter to. I might write, dear Mummy. Let me grab up somewhere that I can type, and let's type together a little letter. Dear Mr. Topman, I would like to start my letter out by thanking him. So I'm going to start with the 2 words, thank you. Make sure you use a capital letter Year 1 for the beginning of your sentence. Thank you for spending so much time with me in the school holidays. Now, I'm a really good writer, so I'm going to use paragraphs because really good writers use paragraphs. A paragraph is where you make a comment on one thing, on one topic, and then when you want to change topic and talk about something else, you leave a whole blank line before you change topic. That's kind of showing your reader, oh, they're going to talk about something else now. So I've already thanked him. Now I'm going to talk about my favourite thing we did in the holidays. And in your letter, you're going to start by thanking Mummy or Daddy and then talk about your favourite thing you did in the school holidays, which in our Zoom was probably the drawing or the photograph that you shared with us about your favourite thing. Okay. What did Mr. Topman and I do? Not much. I know, we went on lots of walks with Alfie. My favourite thing that we did together in the school holidays, because people like to hear about what you enjoyed doing with them. So you tell Mummy and Daddy what your favourite thing that you did with them was. My favourite thing that we did together in the school holidays was watch Netflix. We watched lots of Netflix. And walk Alfie. And I'm going to give a bit more detail because one sentence is like for okay writers, but I'm better than just an okay writer, and I'm going to try and write more than just one sentence because I know that I can, and I wonder if you can do that too. A few more sentences per paragraph. We try to aim for about 3 sentences per paragraph in Year 1. I loved walking Alfie around Wollongong Harbour, and that's a place, a proper noun, so both words need a capital letter at the start to show me it's an actual place I can go to. I loved walking Alfie around Wollongong Harbour with you. I loved when we would stop and get coffee and watch the waves. So now I've done about 3 sentences in that paragraph. So I'm going to leave a line and start a new paragraph down here. And I'm going to say, it was a really fun school holiday. How do I finish a letter? From Mrs. Topman. Or, because he's my husband, maybe I'll write, love Mrs. Topman. And because you're writing to your mummy and daddy who you do love, or your grandma or your grandpa, or whoever it may be, you also might like to end your letter with love. So there we have my letter telling my favourite thing I did in the school holidays and thanking the person who did it with me. All right, I would like you to write that letter in your holiday learning book, or mummy and daddy can print this for you if you would like to write it into that. And then you can draw some pictures of some of your favourite things you did in the holidays. Maybe play with Lego, maybe do some baking with mum and dad, maybe some gardening with mum and dad. I know my little sister-in-law, she is 10 years old this year, and she played The Last Post, which is a special song for Anzac Day, on the violin out in her street yesterday. So if she was doing this for her schoolwork, which she's also doing by online learning, just like you, she might draw that as one of the things she did in her holiday and thank mum and dad for helping her to learn that piece on the violin. All right, I'm looking forward to seeing your letters. If you write it in your book, you might like to take a photo, upload to Seesaw when you're done so I can read it. If you're writing on this sheet of paper, also you can just put it on Seesaw as well. Take a photo, put it on Seesaw. See you later, Year 1. Good luck with your writing today.